If Destiny don't invite me on, the other challenge is to everybody else, all my fellow anti-Destiny enjoyers. Until this motherfucker pays the tuition to invite me on, do not talk to this
bro. Is this Destiny guy white? I was like, God damn, I had to go up on the Reddit to figure out. I'm basically trying to insinuate I'm like some kind of Uncle Tom or Coon because you donated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Or you and every other black fan,
Yeah.
Our own problems. I told these children, I gave them 5 rules a day. I said, graduate high school, further your education, get a trade of some type, if possible. Do not have children out of wedlock or until you're married. The other thing was to live below your means and invest in property or stock. Ain't no messiahs coming out the sky. Sorry. Right. You know, the truth of it is we got to take care of us. I was raised by people who were born in 1922 and 1932. And they told me, because these people were born before social welfare, this is what you have to do. You take care of each other. Huey Newton said that, leaders don't decide how the revolution is going. It's the people. It's the people. So once the people start making that a habit, we get better. And if we as black people start doing the right thing economically, living below our means, not projecting this thing of richness, we'll start to enrich our lives by spending more time with our children. We'll start to set up for our grandchildren to be in a better place. But that takes what we told them.
And I got niggas in my fan base that are sub to me and Destiny. So Destiny, I know you're watching this. I will come on your stream after you donate $25K to community movement builders here in Atlanta to address the Stop Cop City movement. If you drop $25K, I will come on your stream and we can have the most banal argument. I will talk fast. I will be as edgy. I will get into 2008 FD real quick. I will find that energy. I will find that energy for you, Destiny, because you need content. And I've read your Reddit. They want me too. Your fans fucking love me. Oh, they want it so bad. I can start an OnlyFans off your fans. They want it so bad. So give them what they want. All you gotta do, you got the money. You're actually wealthy. You're actually wealthy. Drop the 25K, Destiny, and I will come debate you. I will come debate Destiny, Nebraska Steve, about black issues. Cause that's gonna be a riveting conversation. You know what? You're right. 50K. I'm selling myself short. If Destiny don't invite me on, the other challenge is to everybody else, all my fellow anti-Destiny enjoyers. Until this motherfucker pays the tuition to invite me on, do not talk to this nigga. Do not say shit to him. Do not subtweet him. And most importantly, don't go on this motherfucking stream. Let his channel die on the vine because he is not creative enough to do anything by himself. I honestly don't think it's racism. I think it's just like ego. They're black fans. Ooh, y'all black Vosh and Destiny fans, I be seeing y'all. Y'all niggas are down bad. It's listen, empathy, love. I be seeing y'all. Y'all niggas are down bad. Cause y'all, to a T, not all of them, but a chunk of them. Y'all were the black girls don't like me, not getting the line in, where's my hug ass niggas that could not make community with black people for whatever situation. Yes, they have black fans. Yes, they have black fans. Right? There are plenty. Nigga like me showed up and showed you the difference between the motherfuckers you've been hanging with and the possibility. The possibility of where you could be. And now there's an insecurity because you love your streamer daddy so much. But FD pointed out how racist they are, and now you can't fucking unsee it, can you? That's what he has. That's what he wants. That's what he needs from me.
Have you played the game
Destiny,
for him?
I know you're
Seems
watching
apropos.
this.
Okay, bye.
Come on your stream after you donate $25K to community movement builders here in Atlanta to address the Stop Cop City movement. If you drop
Well, Ian, thanks for the terrified sub.
I will come on your stream and we can have the most banal argument. I will talk fast. I will be as edgy. I will get into 2008 FD real quick. I will find that energy. I will find that energy for you, Destiny, because you need content. And I've read your Reddit. They want me to.
I'll do it for 10K. I'll do it for 10K. Tell him if he wants to do it for 10K. I'll do it for 10K. Not 25 though. He ain't worth that much. Hello?
Hey,
Hi, I'm streaming. What's up?
I saw that you were streaming.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna hit you up.
Yeah, I was just giving you a warning, so.
It's okay. Don't worry. I wasn't gonna be like, yo, say the N-word or something.
Okay, yeah, like we normally do, you know, so yeah, what's up?
Yeah. How come you surround yourself with so many coons?
Jesus Christ, just can you chill?
How come you surround yourself with so many Uncle Toms? What's going on there? What's that?
You know, I guess it just is being the powerful white man. I just, you know, that's what we do.
I've gotten 3 emails. I've gotten people like, yo, why are you supporting the Atlanta Police Department? I got people being like, bro, is this Destiny guy white? I'm like, god damn, I had to go up on the Reddit to figure out what's going on. So you decided to be uber petty and support the police department?
Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it.
Amen.
I had this guy has wanted, or we've talked about debating for a while, but he's always like, oh, like I'm too good for this guy, I'm never gonna waste my time. It's like, okay, whatever. But now for some reason something happened, something changed, and he's like, okay, I'll debate you, but if you want to debate me, you've got to donate $25,000 to my organization. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know who you are to demand that I donate $25,000 to some org to debate you. But I was like, if you make it 10,000, I'll do it. So then he says, okay, make it 10,000. I said, all right, well, unblock me and I'll do it. So he unblocks me, and then the next day he blocks me again immediately. And I'm like, I guess I had like a 12-hour window to donate. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. If I had like a 12-hour window, because this guy's so important, I guess he must not want my $10,000 too badly. So I'll just give it to the competing organization, which his org is like an anti-cop co-op or some bullshit. So I figured I'd donate the 10K to the cops instead. So fuck it.
Okay, I love the petty energy.
Yeah, I guess.
I do. Like, I'm a petty person. Be like, yo, be the better. I don't give a about none of that shit. Me, if they go low, I go lower. I'll literally just lie down flat on the. I don't give a fuck. Me. So I appreciate it.
Okay.
I just got one question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is like the Atlanta Police Department terrible? Like I didn't even read up fully on this Cop City thing, so I'm not aware. But is it just some kind of giant facility where they're going to do training and they're going to basically like house cops for special stuff? Like, what is wrong with this Cop City thing?
I have to do more research to find out why people are so fucking mad about it. But the reality is, and this might be a hot take, there aren't any really like super horrible police departments in the United States. There are some areas where people around and it's not good, but when it comes to like the major cities, if there was a major city with a horrible police department, like shit would be really fucked. So no, it's probably fine.
I don't know if I believe that.
Sure.
I don't think I would believe that. No. Okay, well, define to me what would be a really bad police department.
Like lynching black people and like nobody's getting charges for it, or like.
I feel like that standard's kind of bullshit. If that's your standard.
Well, that's
your standard for what is really bad. Then I don't know. To me.
Well, sure, but that's what the rhetoric in the United States is. Yeah, that's what it basically makes it sound.
Like oh, racism doesn't exist because people don't go around lynching people. It's like no, there's like different forms that they can take. It doesn't have to be just that. You don't think so?
No, I mean, I would agree, but in the United States, if you talk to these activists online, they basically tell you, like, yeah, black people can, or cops can kill black people with impunity and they never catch charges for it or whatever. That's essentially what they believe. You can go ask them. You don't have to. It's not like I'm doing like a bad faith summary of what they believe, but this is literally what they believe. So,
Sure, there's definitely going to be the extreme part where actually, I think it's very common that if a police officer does anything, the assumed thing is that they were out to lynch a black man or kill them. Like those are always stupid. I always think about that case of that girl who was about to stab somebody, and then the cop showed up and shot her before she stabbed this other girl.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like, oh, what the you couldn't disarm her or shoot her in the arm? I'm like, you guys are retards. Like, yeah, he had to shoot her. And if that was your daughter, you would be ecstatic that he shot the other girl that was about to stab your daughter. I don't give a nobody says that black family whose daughter lived because the officer stopped the woman who's about to stab her are happy. You're just out here playing like armchair special ops. Shut the up. So I definitely agree there's like a crazy side of it. But I would say your burden for what is like a terrible police department, I don't know, I just think like your burden of proof is a bit extreme too.
Well, I mean, I would say that like
go ahead.
I would say like a bad police department is probably one that it has like a poor track record of holding itself accountable. Maybe abnormally low like clearance rates for certain crimes or bad response times or whatever. That's what I would consider to be like a bad police department. But in the United States, it's almost ubiquitously just like counted in lynchings, essentially. That's what it seems like online, at least.
Okay. Do you ever think that there are ways in which, let's see here. Let me give a concrete example so I don't just spout off some bullshit. Because I feel like now I'm going to, I should probably do some research for this before doing this. But I've definitely seen certain police departments where they had policies in place where they ensured themselves like to over police certain areas, irrespective of whether or not crime was happening at comparable rates. Like for example, they would make sure to heavily over police certain areas, obviously because crime was higher there. But even when in comparison to other areas that had less crime but still had some measure of it, there wasn't a proportional amount of policing there. And so even though these aren't necessarily bad police officers or people out to do harm, sometimes the ways in which they work systematically just doesn't seek to, but by the nature of what they're doing, it ends up being a matter of over-policing certain areas to the point where it feels like it just stigmatizes certain communities. Am I making sense when I say that?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So, like, this is what I would say, and it's going to depend a lot on the communities, but I think it's really important to look at the reasons why the police department claims they are policing certain communities. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that no police department isn't, like, acting improperly. I'm sure there are definitely examples, but I think sometimes there are also, like, counterintuitive examples to where, like certain places are policed really heavily, but there's like an underlying reason for it. So I can say here, so I don't know if you noticed, but when you were in Miami or Miami Beach, there's a lot of cops down here. Sure. Like if you're driving around, there are fucking cops everywhere, even though there's not as much crime proportionally, but because this is such a heavy tourist area, and I was told before I moved here, I could be wrong, but I was told before I moved here that like Miami in some areas is trying to crack down really hard on crime to like squash it out for where not terrorists, where tourists and stuff are visiting. Sure. that might be the explanation for why some parts in Eastern Miami are getting over policed so hard right now. And like that kind of makes sense to me, right? You've got tourists coming in, the spring break shootings happen, so they police the out of like certain areas to try to like drive down the crime, and sometimes just having cop cars in areas dissuades people from f***ing around. So yeah,
sure, or they can respond to situations faster, which makes things a lot safer.
Sure,
so, yeah, I could definitely see that being a good thing. What about things like civil forfeiture? Like I know of a lot of police departments where like they make a substantial amount of money from being able to seize assets and then through civil forfeiture being able to finance all things. You don't feel like it's not necessarily that cops are inherently bad, but because they're incentivized through budgeting purposes or through whatever their higher chain of command does in order to meet whatever quotas, that there may be ways in which police officers, or not necessarily specific individual police officers, but police departments can be bad.
I mean, like, there are times where I can see, like, civil forfeiture isn't the worst thing in the world, and then there are other times where it honestly looks like the most shit in the world. So I feel like civil forfeiture I feel like it's one of those things that's not really good or bad. It's just sometimes it's used in really ways. Like, if there's, like, a crazy crime gang, like, using, like, a drug car or whatever to do, like, these massive drug trades, and they've got a bunch of guns and shit, and that ends up getting, like, taken as part of an investigation and held onto forever by the cops. Like, I don't know if that's that big of a deal, but if it's, like, a guy gets pulled over and he's got some weed on him, and then, like, his car gets basically jacked by the cops, that seems really I'd have to go on a case-by-case or see, like, I'm sure there are instances, I'm almost positive I've read of instances of civil forfeiture where it's like, this is basically just like the cops robbing your shit. And then there are other instances where it's like, sure, I can understand why they do this.
I mean, I think the the really weird part is like they take the money and then they get to use it for like police department stuff.
Yeah.
Which I think is so bizarre to me. Like if something is used in the process of a crime, the idea that a police department who seized it can therefore afterwards use it for whatever they feel like is necessary for their budget is crazy. Because I just feel like that inherently incentivizes them to make up for whatever lapses in budget there exist by trying to seize money, whether it's right or wrong. Yeah, like I just feel like we're creating systems in place that would just encourage or enable or reward corruption, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that. There would have to be like a good like system of there'd have to be like a good oversight or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't think the idea that they don't have to convict anyone to be able to keep those assets is like, I don't know, to me, just when I hear about stuff like that, it just sounds like it shouldn't be legal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at particular cases. Here, I guess here's a question. Let's say that like a big drug bust happens, and then they end up like seizing like a automobile or whatever that's used for these types of transportations. What do you think should happen to it instead?
I think if they don't convict a person, or if they're not successful in convicting them, then I don't think they should be able to keep the money.
Oh, so your issue isn't necessarily with the civil forfeiture; it's being able to take it without a conviction.
That's part of the civil forfeiture that's an issue. The other part of it is I don't think it should go to that police department. I think you should remove any incentive for that police department to over-police in certain ways or to try to do things because it might benefit them monetarily.
Sure, but like regardless of where it goes, isn't there like some benefit at the end of the day there for the government to be stealing shit? Like let's say instead it just goes to the city budget. Like could we argue that like the mayor is incentivizing the cops to like basically take shit to like shore up a budget or something? Like is that not possible?
That would probably also be an issue. So you would have to make it so it's very detached from whatever locality it is. That's a, now maybe I'm just making up a solution that doesn't make sense or isn't feasible. But I just think it doesn't. I don't think it's a good system in place to have it so that it goes back to the people who seized it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's understandable. It creates like a weird system of incentives. I'd have to hear like the Steelman version of like why civil forfeiture is a thing. Yeah. Usually when it comes to U.S. law, I end up defaulting to like the cuck position because there's a lot of things that I want to have like a really strong stance against, and then when I start to read about it, I'm like, okay, fuck, like I understand why this exists the way that it does. But maybe for civil forfeiture, maybe there is no, no good. Yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine, maybe this is already the case, could you imagine if like the IRS was incentivized, like each individual person was incentivized to maximize how much money you have to do on your tax return, like in bonuses? You wouldn't find that frightening that they would be on our asses for everything that we might fuck up on our tax returns? Like I would feel like you would have IRS agents who are extra motivated at that point to make sure they fuck you on all your tax returns.
Sure.
And then I think that would be a terrible system.
Yeah, this might not be the exact same thing, but there are like finder's fees penalties. Like if you turn somebody in to the IRS that owed taxes, like you get a bonus for that, or you get like a finder's fee for that. That's why.
Okay, is this for substantial amounts or small amounts?
I believe is it dependent on how much they owe? This was why. Do you remember like was it 5 or 6 years ago? Did they call it the thought audit? I think is when people started turning in a whole bunch of. This was before OnlyFans. It was when girls were. No. OnlyFans might have been a part of it, but this was way back when girls were selling Snapchats. I think it was before OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody started reporting girls to the IRS in order to try to, like, get that finder's fee money. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't mind people getting rewards for pushing in crime, even though that's probably not the best incentive system. I mean, at the end of the day, they still have to convict in order for the person to get the reward. Sure. And so at least there's something that helps me to feel comfortable with it. But, yeah. Okay. So moving past that and going back to the thing, if you found out that the Atlanta Police Department was bad, would you feel terrible? Or terrible is a strong word. Would you feel like you being spiteful in that way was probably bad?
I mean, the money that I donated, when you donate on their website, you can pick like which department you want your money to go to. And my money went to I donated to the Crime Stoppers part, which I'm pretty sure they just like they pay out money for people that give like tips for leads on like crime and whatnot. So I feel like of all the parts.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty confident that when you donate to these organizations, even though they pretend to give you options, it just goes to their budget and they do what they want.
I mean, I guess. I mean, if we're saying that like they're literally lying on the website, my guess is going to be that they probably can't do that because when it comes to donations, these are things that you're writing like IRS tax receipts for, and allocation of funds is probably going to be kind of important. And I think that the Crime Stoppers part, I don't believe gets funds from the city, so I think it might only be funded that way. But I'd have to go and check. But I could also be wrong. But they would literally be committing like fraud on a city level if they lied like that. Like that'd be a pretty big deal if they did that.
I don't know how it works for you, but I know for charities up here, when you donate, like they'll tell you like, oh, it goes to help this and this, whatever. And you can try to pick whatever you want, but there's administrative fees that get pulled off of every donation.
For sure.
You do.
There could be.
So Yeah, there's actually, most of what you donate goes to administrative fees for large organizations, and so oftentimes they don't necessarily disclose that, or maybe it's in the fine print, but they move that shit around however they need at the end of the year. So
It could be, yeah. Have you ever heard of something called fungibility of money?
No.
So like theoretically, like let's say that I'm gonna give you $100, but you can't spend it on drugs. You have to spend it on food, okay? Because I don't want to give no money to no druggie. So what happens is I could give you $100, and then you say, okay, well I'm gonna spend that on food, but then you just spend $100 less on food, and then you buy drugs with the money, right? So that money is fungible, like it can be moved from one area to another. So maybe that could be a thing, I guess, really, to where like they just move their money around. I guess I'm not sure how they would account for that, but or how you could even account for that, but.
Yeah, on the topic of FD Signifier, that dude's a straight up goober. I don't even know where you get off. Your last debate performance was f***ing garbage. Anytime you've actually been in a long form conversation, you've been a cornball, and you've kind of been exposed by everyone you had a conversation with. So like to demand a finder's fee or something like that for just a discussion when you're not relevant. Yeah. You're not relevant like that. Like it's not like a discussion with him is going to do numbers for you. So
no. Do you know who Kidology was or is?
Yeah. I saw that, bro. You know how corny this dude is? He was running around in live stream chats, just being like, Kidology, don't talk to these people. Don't talk to them.
Don't talk to Vosh. Don't talk to Destiny. Yeah, holy yikes, dude.
Like, what a bitch-made person. And then he gets on the call with Kidology, and instead of having a conversation with her, he's just
he just like,
well, you don't know what's wrong with this situation? I think you need to do some research. It's like, bitch, you were in front of her. Why don't you just tell her? No, if you can't understand this, it's just like this arrogance of like the light liberal, like, oh, you don't already know the answer? Then why the fuck are you here, stupid?
Yeah. And it's such a weird thing, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the weird thing?
I was gonna say, it's so weird because like, typically educating is like what you want to do. Like if somebody comes to me and they're asking me questions on things that it's like my wheelhouse, my area of expertise, like I'm ecstatic. Like, oh yeah, cool, this is what I study all the time. Like, let's talk about it. And if you want to learn things from me, yeah, that's awesome. Like spreading my ideology is like one of my big purposes online. So when people like that exist and they're like, oh, well, I'm not here to educate you. It's like, well, motherfucker, what are you here for then? Like,
yeah, and mind you, that's somebody who he considers to be good faith or one of the good ones. So imagine what he would do to somebody who he doesn't see eye to eye with. Do you think he would give them any charitability or any information that's relevant in order to, like, if he was like that with her, imagine what he's going to be like with you.
Yeah, I know.
Like, how is that going to be a fruitful conversation? And then he also just danced around calling her transphobic by just being like, transphobe-ish or whatever. It's like, bro, just say what the f you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, even the other day, he was like, I'm looking at ABBA and all the other fans.
Yeah, I saw that. Jesus.
And I guess he had, like, is it the guy from Get Out?
Yeah. Well, I think it was a different movie, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he's basically trying to insinuate I'm like some kind of Uncle Tom or Coon because you donated. I don't know.
Or you and every other black fan, yeah.
Yeah. What makes me laugh about it is like somehow I'm the one who's like out of touch with black folks. I'm like, bro, you're this
online black socialist Marxist hardcore
extreme political stance. Okay, you sit there and you just constantly cry about trans issues. Do you think black people give a f about trans issues for the most part? Like, they don't give a shit. If anything,
the worst. Did you see what sparked off like everything?
Yeah, the whole pull up your pants by Killer Mike. It's like, yo, black people really identify with that messaging. Like, how you gonna try to say like I'm the Uncle Tom? Like, most black people agree with that kind of rhetoric, right? When people say like, yo, work hard, do all this stuff, like people find that empowering, generally speaking. So I just think it's interesting that somehow we're the ones who are out of touch and like serving the white man. It's like, bro, our communities identify with this kind of rhetoric. When Killer Mike speaks, people identify more with him than your crazy unhinged stuff about, oh, we have to all focus on, I don't give a fuck about the trans stuff. If I'm really concerned about black issues, the last thing I want to be doing is spending all my days talking about J.K. Rowling and trans issues. So as a black person who's supposedly really focused on black issues, your obsession with this topic is really irrelevant to the cause. Go talk to the average black person in any city and talk to them about trans issues and be like, first off, that's a dude, and secondly, I don't give a fuck. That's what they're going to tell you. No. So I just think it's crazy that these online lefty liberals act like they speak for the black community. I'm like, you're the most disconnected. Your messaging is the one that they give a fuck about the least. And in fact, most black people don't even identify with it. They're against it. No. You ask black people about trans issues, they don't give a fuck. You ask them about LGBTQ, they don't care. So like that's why I cringe whenever these left liberals speak like they're for black people. Whether it's this black man, FD Signifier, or these yuppie liberals who talk about these issues, none of them actually speak to issues that black Americans generally care about.
Yeah, it's also one of the really cringy things is notice how notice how much it varies on the issue based on the issue. Either what you say is basically like controlling a person's mind, or it has no impact whatsoever, right? So, for instance, if a person is listening to somebody talk about like Nazi rhetoric, that person is going to turn into a Nazi immediately. If a person like gets involved in like edgy humor, that person is going to become racist instantly. If a person watches a TV show that doesn't show like LGBT people in a good light, that person is going to be anti-LGBT immediately. But if a person listens to a black man say like, "Hey, maybe we can like try a little bit harder to like take care of our communities," no, that's impossible. That's never going to work. It's not going to influence anybody positively. We need to talk about systemic issues. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Why is it that everything else can have some effect on how people act, but like this type of messaging can't have anything? Like, it's just so weird. Yeah,
and Killer Mike is speaking from a position where he's seen his wealth grow exponentially, and he also lives. Killer Mike's actually a pretty interesting person because his messaging, even though I don't agree with it in its entirety, there's some really interesting parts in regards to self-accountability and things we can do on a more tangible level. You know, he's somebody who lives more in the countryside of things. He likes doing things on a micro scale. He's all for Montessori schools and different forms of education. He's somebody who recommends people like practical advice in terms of building wealth and accumulating things outside of just like get an education, which is not bad advice, but he's saying people need to be able to look at things from different angles. And so when I hear him talk, I'm like, okay. And that's why Killer Mike's messaging is popular, is because when he gets on these platforms, black people identify with that.
It also reminds me a lot of, that I hate this so much, is the dichotomy between like all this cringe red pill shit, but then like the progressive messaging. Because it's like, if I tune into like the red pillars, if I tune into like fucking Myron from Fresh and Fit, like what's he saying? Go to the gym, work on yourself, invest in real estate, work hard, you can be anything. And then I turn into like FD Signifier and he's like, well, the state of capitalism means that nothing you ever do can ever advance the material conditions of your life. So we need to talk all about how the white man is going to give us reparations. It's like, oh my God, like the messaging is so fucking cucked compared to like every single person on the right. And I'm like, bro, it's actually so cringe. Holy shit.
Beyond that, also, like black Americans don't believe any of that shit's real. So when these guys are going off retardedly about socialist systems and all this other stuff, like, you think black people who believe in systemic racism and the fact that the government's against them is going to believe that all of a sudden we're all going to start sharing? Like, these are the last people that would ever believe in a system like that. These people only believe that capitalism is the way that they're going to be able to pull themselves out, because that's the only way they've seen any black person thrive. And so this idea that all of a sudden the government's going to get involved and start redistributing this wealth, like, black people are the last ones to ever believe in that kind of system within this kind of like North American context. No. So their messaging is completely disconnected. Like, if you talk to them about entrepreneurship, black people stay connected. They love that. They've been following all kinds of channels. They love seeing people hustle and make it. But if you talk to them about like, we're gonna radically change the government, they tune that shit out right away.
Yeah. I mean, like, even most white people don't believe that shit's possible. So it's like, Jesus, yeah. You're like hitting onto a group of people that in some ways like feel the most disaffected by the government, you know, and it's like, Jesus. But what are you gonna do, man?
Hey, man, listen. And also the other point, this doesn't really bother me because I don't really expect much from him, but it's just funny that a lefty, the moment you disagree, is like, you're not really black.
True. I wanted to make a meme. If I knew how to make a meme, you saw when Biden did that misspeak, and he's like, if you're not voting for me, you ain't black. Yeah, there's got to be like an empty signifier joke in there somewhere.
Somebody can do some AI voice bot and put his face on there. It's so crazy to me. I was not even part of this conversation. I don't even know.
Yeah, and you just catch strays out of nowhere.
And then he's just like, I'm looking at everyone like, bro, you pay attention to this shit, you irrelevant ass motherfucker. You are a weirdo. And it's just like, is that really your rhetoric? You don't like something that a white man that I like or associate with said, so all of a sudden I'm not that black anymore? Like, what? It's crazy how they, even though they'll critique this kind of stuff, they're so quick to call people coons. They're so quick to like take away your blackness if you don't conform to them. It's just fascinating to me how quickly that came out of a lefty's mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much covered it. How did your other black associates feel? I'm sure Tree probably dug in his ass or something.
You sure Tree dug into his ass? Oh, Tree of Logic?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a funny meme, and I don't even know if I streamed that day, so I thought it was worth it.
I thought it was wild that you really did the donation. That's super petty. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed pretty hard.
I mean, it seems like his org needed the money, so I don't know why this couldn't have waited more than 12 hours for blocking me.
Low key, I might just donate to them too.
Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. Dude, fucking next year, the Atlanta Police Department's gonna be rolling around in like the fucking used battle tanks from Ukraine, and they're gonna have DGG symbols on it while they're like water hosing down like Martin Luther King's descendants or some shit. I don't need that on my fucking conscience.
If they do that, okay, if they do buy a tank or something, as long as they just spray paint and no bunny season on it, like
oh Jesus Christ.
Let me see if I can donate. Let me check this out. Do we accept Canadian donations? Atlanta Police Department. Is it Atlanta Police Department?
I think if you look for Atlanta Police Department, it's in the top right of the site. There's like a donate thing, and then it links you to another site. Just chill, okay?
I want to be so petty right now. I think it's just.
I wonder if you're allowed to actually. Oh no, maybe. Can foreign people donate to police departments in the United States?
I want to donate horses. I want to see if we can get some horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, something about cops on horses just makes me laugh. Especially if they got a lasso, I feel like it's extra poetic. Let's see here. I should match your donation or just double it.
Just chill, okay, damn. How you doing? When's your next travel thing?
Okay, I googled I googled Atlanta Police Department donate, and the fourth option from the top is it possible that donating 10K to the Atlanta Police Department for a meme was too far on Reddit? I think this is your subject.
Probably.
Okay, shout out to DGG. I guess these guys made it on the front page. Okay. What are you gonna say?
How you doing? What's your next travel adventures?
Probably gonna go to Portugal in June.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Glad to see you're playing a real video game for once.
Thanks, I try.
Does this one require too much focus to the point where you can't do political shit?
Oh yeah, for sure. But this is like a 3-day game, I think. I'll be done with it pretty soon.
Okay. Alright.
Fine, sorry.
One-time donation, 20,000.
Just chill, okay, Jesus.
I would like to give on behalf of our organization. Let's go.
Oh, you better believe I donated under my org name too, so I get that business expense.
Organization name, ABBA and Preach, and FD Signifier.
Base.
I'm gonna put his name on the fucking donation. Country. And ooh, use a bank account direct. I've already donated 15K.
Shut up.
I did. I donated. I can send you the proof if you want to see.
No shot. Did you actually, dude?
Yeah. Hopefully FD Signifier tweets 1,000 things about it.
Oh, bro, don't. Oh, God.
I don't know. When I have to deal with liberals like that, it makes me want to support the police.
Dude, we're gonna be on some back the blue shit soon.
I feel like if a cop was using a rope around my neck and then he also showed me a picture of FD Signifier, I'm like, just do it, bro. Do it.
Oh God. Oh no, you're not beating the Uncle Tom allegations now. He's gonna hit you with that one, dude.
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna laugh at this dude for the rest of my life. FD Signifier got to be one of the corniest brothers on YouTube. Every time I hear this man speak, I just start laughing. There's something just so slimy about the individual. I just can't put my finger on it.
Well, at least you're keeping Atlanta safer, my dude. I'm sure the citizens there appreciate you.
True. The white citizens deserve a city they can live in properly.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know what? Like, if someone just says I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. At this point, I don't even fight it. I think there's nothing cringier than trying to prove my blackness to people who never even gave me a real chance. You get what I'm trying to say?
True. You never even got to show how black you were, they assumed.
Why does your opinion fucking matter, loser? Like, who made you the arbiter of who's black and who's not and who deserves to be hurt? Nobody really gives a shit about what the fuck you think, so why would I? No, you know what? If you say that, then yeah, let me play into what you said. And honestly, all he's doing is really harm to his own movement, so yeah, let him do it once. But,
yeah, probably true.
Yeah, that's something that you don't have to deal with, and that's your privilege. I don't think you have to ever prove your whiteness to people.
Unironically true. I got really disappointed. Do you know who Daryl Davis is?
Is that the guy who rehabs the KKK members?
Yeah, people are always like, oh, Jesse wants me to do all this. People compare me because of the shit I do for talking to extremists and shit. But I actually, he was on the panel that I was on, which I thought was really funny. When I was in fucking wherever I was, Austin. Oh, when Alex Jones showed up. But I wanted to ask him a question. I asked him a question. I was hoping to get a thoughtful answer, but I think he has like a lot of memorized speeches that he gives for shit. But my question for him that I was really interested in was, how does he deal with black people that have a problem with his mission versus like just normal like white people or whatever other shit? Because I noticed that like one of the things that kind of sucks is people that I associate with, right? People will shit on Hassan for associating with me, Vosh for social media, whatever. But black people that associate with me kind of get a special type of hate, the Uncle Tom shit, which probably feels like really shitty compared to like a normal person emailing like Hassan and be like, Hassan, why are you with this guy? Versus a black person being like, you're one of the only black content creators I look up to, and I feel like you're destroying our blackness by associating with this guy. But he didn't have anything good to say, so yeah, that sucks.
Honestly, don't feel bad, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't feel bad. Because if you're an online creator and you're black and you have any political opinions whatsoever that deviate from what they think, you're going to get that comment. That's why I wasn't bothered by it, because I've already heard it before. I've heard it before when I said the trans stuff. Like, I'm just like, black people don't give a shit about this whole trans issue shit. People call me anti-black because you don't care about black trans women. Like, I don't give a fuck. They called me a coon before. Or when I said, like, oh, I'm not mad at the cop shot the woman who was trying to stab, like, they called me a coon then too. It's like, they'll call you a coon at the first chance they get. They'll call you an Uncle Tom for anything, and most of the time it's not even valid, and so you shouldn't feel bad for that, because that's just the playbook.
Sure.
There's nothing you can do to fight that. There's no behavior you can engage in to stop that, unless you want to be like intellectually dishonest. And so you just have to understand that just comes with being a black person who has any political opinions. You're going to hear the words Uncle Tom at any point.
Sure.
That's just been my experience. Like, I've been hearing that for the last 4 or 5 years for anything. So yeah. What was it? I was going to say one thing. Did I go full retard?
You were going to say one thing. Did you go full retard? Wait, what?
I think I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, Daryl Davis asked him, no insight. Does it suck to get emails from black people?
And then I said, you shouldn't feel bad. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it's one of the unfortunate parts of the online space.
Sure.
The all blackness portion. But yeah. Anyways, have a good night, brother. Enjoy yourself playing these games, and I'll catch you another time, yeah?
Yeah, be careful, bud.